Hi, I'm Scott Tomlinson from Clinical Trials Ontario, and today I'm going to show you how to create a new Center Initial application for your project in CTO Stream. We're also going to look at how to share access to the Center Initial application and a couple of tricks to keep in mind when you're creating these applications within the system. As you probably already know, the Provincial Initial Application, or PIA, is the main form for the entire project, and you can see it in the image on the screen highlighted in red within the project tree. The Center Initial Applications, or CIAs, are subforms of this parent Provincial Initial Application. Users who have full access provincial level roles, such as Provincial Applicant or Provincial Study Staff, will be able to see the Create Subform button under the Actions menu on the left-hand side of the page. This button is used to create subforms of the parent Provincial Initial Application, which includes the Center Initial Application. When created, the Center Initial Application subform will be added to the project tree as a branch off of the parent Provincial Initial Application. Users who have read-only access to the Provincial Initial Application will not see the Create Subform button under the Actions menu while they have the PIA selected in the project tree. Typically, only members of the provincial team are given provincial level roles, and thus they're the only users who will be able to create subforms of the Provincial Initial Application. This means that somebody from the provincial study team will need to create the Center Initial Application for each site that will be joining the study in CTO Stream. This also includes creating one for their own site if they plan to be recruiting participants at their own site as well. To add a new Center Initial Application to the study, press the Create Subform button under the Actions menu while the PIA is selected in the project tree. A pop-up window will appear where you'll need to select the Center Initial Application as the type of form that you wish to create. And then you'll need to choose the site where you'll be conducting the research or where the research will be conducted. We have here a list in this drop-down menu of every site that's able to submit research through CTO Stream. So you'll need to look for this name of your site. And then you'll need to click to agree that there will be certain individuals at the site, administrative individuals who are given access to the new Center Initial Application form for the site automatically. This will also include CTO support personnel. Then you'll need to click the Create button at the bottom of the pop-up window. You can see how once the Center Initial Application form has been created, is added to the project tree as a branch off of the parent Provincial Initial Application form. Everybody who has a role on the Provincial Initial Application will have that same level of access carried over to the newly created Center Initial Application form. When creating the Center Initial Application form for a new participating site, you must ensure to give a center level role to at least one member of the study team at the site, who will usually be the lead coordinator of the site. To do this, you'll select the Center Initial Application of that site from the project tree, and then you'll press the Roles button under the Actions menu on the left-hand side of the page. From here, you'll need to enter the email address associated with that user's CTO Stream account. Then you can select the role from the drop-down menu on the right-hand side of the page. The Center Principal Investigator, Center Principal Co-Investigator, and Center Study Staff are all considered full access roles, which include permissions to view, edit, share, sign, submit, create Center Post-Approval forms, which are also called Center Subforms, and receive email notifications about the submissions from that site. Once the desired role has been selected, press the green Share Role button at the bottom of the pop-up window. A green message will appear at the top of the screen to let you know that that form was shared successfully. Giving a user a role on a Center Initial Application grants them access to all current and future forms created for their site. Center level roles also provide read-only access to all current and future provincial forms as well. Members of the provincial study team may also need a role on the Center Initial Application if they wish to receive all of the email notifications about the submissions from that site. When creating multiple Center Initial Applications for a project at once, it's important to know that immediately after the new forms have been created, they will appear identical within the project tree. One tip you can use is to input the principal investigator's contact information into the form, which will cause the PI's organization and last name to appear within the project tree. Before this is done, the only place where you'll be able to see what site the Center Initial Application was created for is by going to the Centers tab below the project tree. From there, you'll be able to see the site name that the application was created for. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions about CTO Stream or need any technical assistance, please visit our online help desk at support.ctontario.ca. For more CTO Stream resources, visit the Clinical Trials Ontario website at ctontario.ca.